Welcome back to another trade recap, a bit of a different one on this video. We're going to be going through an Asia session trade I ended up taking on Nasdaq. It was a 5 and 15 minute inversion. I like to trade 5 and 15 minute inversions in Asia session. I take 3 to 5 a month depending on the month. I'll always keep an eye out for them, but they don't appear as much as New York session trades as you normally see on my channel. The first thing I seen when market open, this is market open Thursday the 8th of January at night time, Ireland UK time, the morning in my time in Asia currently of Friday. So we were end up respecting this 1 minute or 1 hour fair value gap, to the upside. We started pushing down off it. When I go to the 4 hour, as you can see, we tapped in this kind of order block area here as well. When I go to the 15 minute, as you can see, we have a big imbalance here, and we have tapped 50% of that fair value gap. That's a key area I can look for price to short off. The first thing I was seeing, especially when I go to the 5 minute time frame, we have all these fair value gaps, 3 fair value gaps to the upside, and I'm waiting for them to get inversed before I take a trade short. The reason I'm looking for short is because we are quite stacking these lows here. We have previous day's low. We also have this low, which is PM session low. We also have New York session low. So we have 3 sets of lows there to the downside that we can look to target. Sorry, this isn't New York low, but it's another swing low we can look to take positions. They're all hourly lows to the downside. As you can see, we are respecting, as I said, the 1 hour and 4 hour gap. Going back down to the 5 minute time frame, here's what I seen and the inversion that really made me want to take this position. When I go down here, as you can see, we're pushing down. We have no bottom wick on this candle right here, showing us momentum to the downside. And then this next candle, again, no bottom wick on this candle. And then no bottom wick on this candle. There was a little bottom wick in the one before. Definitely none on this one. This is where I would have entered the position. Unfortunately for me, I didn't come on till the next candle, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so this is where I entered the position. When I go to the 15 minute, as you can see, we got this lovely clean 15 minute inverse to the downside as well. No bottom wick. And we can use this 15 minute unfill gap as a draw on liquidity to the downside as a break even level. As I've talked about before, I do use unfill fair value gaps as break evens in my trades. There is a free PDF inside my free Discord if you want to get access and download that PDF to see how I use them. This is where we entered this position. Somewhere here, I end up putting my stops at this high right here, risking about, I think I risked about $480 on this position and made just about $1,000, something like that. Maybe I risked $600, it was something like that. Yeah, it was about a 1.75. So yeah, that sounds about right. I risked about $600 on this position. I made a K per account on Alpha Futures. There are the accounts I took this on. As you can see, that was very simply our entry, using this as a break even. We were tapping this hour unfilled fair value gap, and that was a key area I was looking to see how we bounced off. I did enter this position here. When we come down, as you can see, this is where I was looking to see how price was going to react. On the 1 hour, we end up closing inside the fair value gap. For me, that was completely fine to still take the position, because if we go to the 5 min, if we go to the 1 min, we are building this little bit of a trend line here as well to the downside. So I'm expecting that to get ran, especially when we come down this low. Even if price wants to go back up and retest the fair value gap, I'm expecting us to go lower, at least this 15 minute unfill gap, as I mentioned. And then that is where I let price play out. Break even here at this level. And as you can see, we end up hitting TP. Our TP level, why was it there? There's a set of equal lows right here on this position. And that is where I was looking to take my profits at. End up trailing when we got under that low and got a bit more on it for about a 1.7 hour trade on this position. And that is very simply how I trade inversion fair value gaps in Asia. I kind of wait for higher time frame plays, keys at draws on liquidity, and very quick break even positions. This position went break even at 0.7 hour, a perfect area to go break even on my positions, and that was the trade I ended up taking. This was the first trade of the day in the morning time for me, as I am in Bangkok. End up taking this on my Alpha Future accounts. made just about $3,000, and as you would have seen, or as you're going to see in the next trade recap, I ended up making an additional $4 and a bit thousand in New York AM session on my Top Step and Apex accounts. And that's very simply how I trade it. Any questions, DM me on Instagram or on Discord. They're the best place to get in contact with me. Free Discord is below, and any queries about mentorship, send me a DM on Instagram or Discord, as I said. Peace out.